Hello, and welcome to What We Wrote. I am Emma.
And I'm Esme.
And we are two friends who have been writing together for decades. In this podcast, we go back and read some of our terrible teen writing in all of its angsty and melodramatic glory.
Yep.
The melodrama is so
It's so, okay. It's just, yeah.
Cori having a proper breakdown about Kane leaving.
I know, that was so weird. Like,
why?
I mean...
You've talked to this man like a handful of times.
I know. He's like, oh, you have to keep us safe. Like, that's why he's leaving.
Yeah.
He's not just going home because he's bored.
And she's literally like sobbing into his chest.
Yes.
And Kane's like...
Oh, God.
Oh,
she's so, God. Like, unhinged. Like,
unhinged.
Even with, like, Bran... She's like, fine, 1 second. And then, like, genuinely, like, hysterical wailing, sobbing the next. Literally. And the poor men are just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, someone's going to accuse me of something. Yeah. So they're just, like, holding their hands up, being like, it's not me.
Yeah. And she's, like, rolling around on the floor, being like,
It's such an overreaction. It's wild.
Tone it down a little bit. And I mean, like, look, it's obviously to some degree a symptom of the writing. Because Vari's a bit the same. Like, she goes from 0 to
and that's the thing, and I feel like you see that a lot with all baby writers.
Yeah.
Is that they don't have a good grasp of, like, the natural progression of emotion and the way characters work through things. Like, you don't just go from fine to hysterical crying the next. There is a lead up. Yeah. And
unless you were repressing shit in a big way, when sometimes you kind of just go, But even that it's not like this. No. Nothing's like this. Nothing that really happens in the world is like this.
No. Yeah, this is pure fantasy.
Yeah. And it's just a lot. Like, it's just everybody's reaction to everything is so big.
Yes.
You know, nobody ever just like...
Yeah, there's like gasping and jerking away and
twitching.
And like, hunching in pain and like, because I'm nauseous and just calm down.
Yeah. It's just like people don't act like that.
No, they don't emote like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know... I mean, you all know that feeling that it feels like you've been punched in the stomach when somebody says something to you and you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
But like, you don't go, oh.
No.
You know, you kind of stand there going like, oh. That felt bad. Yeah. But you kind of like, most people just kind of go, laugh it off or be a bit awkward for a minute or like.
Or even in instances where like people flying off the handle, like it's not done like that. Like.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But it ain't right.
It ain't right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're kind of trying to write one of those emotional scenes, you just have to try and picture it if it was a movie. And like, if you were watching a movie and a character reacted like that, would that look weird?
Yes.
Or excessive?
Or like act it out yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you're reading the dialogue out and it goes from 0 to 100 in the space of like 2 lines.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear that when you read it out.
Yeah.
Like clearly. So like you just need to
tone it down a bit.
Yeah. Take a step back and just like really check it out because boy.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
And I think as well, like Cori obviously has quite severe main character syndrome. And so everything is about her.
Yeah.
Like Kane leaving. She's like, oh, Vari's gonna miss you, but mostly she's like, we're friends and I'm scared and like, it's like so much about her. And when it's about Vari, it's somehow about her.
Yeah, I'm going to fix her.
Yeah,
like,
and I owe it to her to make her happy.
Yeah,
like you
don't
doing this for her.
No,
you're doing this for your
very much for you. Yeah,
She's just she's a bit selfish.
Oh, a bit.
Well, just self-involved.
Self-involved, incredibly. Like, like she's one of those people that, like Cori, I don't think believes that things happen if she's not there to witness it.
Yeah.
Like the world doesn't exist unless she's looking at it, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. She just kind of sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna throw out a premonition that this chapter will be about Vari finding out that Kane is leaving.
Oh, well, I presume so, yes.
Having feelings about that.
Oh, yes.
Which I'm sure she'll be so confused by.
Oh, yes.
And so scared by, and I don't even know what is happening.
She'll probably also be very mad at Cori, given that we left off with Cori shoving Vari into a room and locking her into a room with Kane.
That's right.
Because that's a mature, grown-up way to deal with this.
Yeah, that's right. And like, because we discussed like that's not going to fix anything.
No. That's not the problem. That's not the problem.
They did that.
Yeah.
And it didn't fix anything.
Yeah.
So why do you think doing it again in a locked room?
She needs a therapist.
Yeah, literally.
Not
this. Yeah. Oh,
not
God,
torture.
I about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess let's find out.
Shall we? Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. Okay.
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Chapter 37, Vari.
So many chapters.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. In the grand scheme of things.
Nothing's happened.
Yeah, I know. But the number of chapters, I don't think that would, like, have changed anything.
Well, it just feels like this should be something that's happening in, like, chapter 10.
Yeah. I stumbled into the room with a startled shriek as Cori all but threw me into the tack room.
Well, I think she actually threw you into the tack room. I seem to recall her lifting you clean off your feet.
Did she?
Yeah. Because she was like, she doesn't weigh much.
Oh, yeah.
Like, picked her up and threw her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I whirled around and gasped in disbelief as the door clicked Sorry.
We're after a flying start.
As the door clicked softly, indicating that it was locked. What a stupid thing to say. Indicating that it was locked. Like, you don't need to say that. Like, you just need to say, I heard the door lock click. Like, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
All right. I cried out and jumped forward, banging on the door with my fists.
Yeah,
Cori, what the hell are you playing at? I shouted angrily, my temper far from being able to handle a kidnapping.
She didn't kidnap you.
Well, what would you call that? She picked her up and threw her into a different room against her will.
Yeah, but that's
kind of kidnapping.
I don't know what I'd call it, but I think kidnapping. Parent trap.
Yeah. There was a soft cough from behind me, and I froze, my blood running cold.
What did you not say Kane?
Apparently not.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, apparently. If Cori was involved, then there was only one person who could be standing behind me. I turned slowly, taking a deep breath to steady myself, arranging my features into the most fierce glare I could manage, and I'd been told it was quite impressive.
Where are you going, Kane? It's all his fault.
I don't know. It didn't fail me this time. Kane took a hasty step back, raising his hands in surrender, honestly looking absolutely terrified. You! I snarled, my glare giving away to a disgusted disbelief. I did not like being manhandled or locked in rooms against my will, and my temper was flying. Flying?
Flying? It's not usually how you describe a temper.
Flying? It is weird. I have nothing to do with this, he assured me quickly, taking a step forward. I jumped back and pointed at him, my expression alarmed. Stay right where you are.
Oh my God, Vari.
I know. I warned through my teeth. She acts like she's, like, worried she's gonna, like, jump his bones if he gets too close or something.
Yeah.
Like she can't contain herself, so she's like, oh no, stay away from me or some shit.
Yeah. Because it's like, and you really just have to think back to, like, their last interaction where, like, he begged her not to, like, run away from him.
Yeah.
But he did not try and kiss her.
Yeah.
He did not, honestly.
He was a fucking gentleman, as always.
Polite.
Yes.
It's not even like he reiterated, like, oh my God, I love you. I need you to love me. He just said, please, can we still be friends?
He's like, yes, I love you, but if, like, that's the end of the story, then that's fine. Let's just, you know.
Which is really what should be happening here from all parties.
Yeah.
But she's acting like every time she sees him, he, like, grabs her and tries to kiss her or something. Like, he just doesn't. He's been very polite.
Yeah.
Very respectful. More so than Cori.
Yeah. Stay right where you are, I warned through my teeth. Kane pulled up short and frowned at me in confusion. What?
Yeah, I'm with Kane.
Yeah. I held my finger up to silence him and turned away, hunching over slightly as I tried to calm my racing heart and heavy breathing. I managed to soothe myself by imagining the many delightful ways I was going to torture and kill Cori as soon as I got out of the room.
Both physically and mentally.
Yep.
Like, she's, like, doubled over. trying to breathe again. I think you're right. She has asthma.
She has consumption or something. Yeah.
Every time something happens, she's like,
yeah. Yep. I took a deep breath before turning back to Kane, who was watching me with an anxious expression. She threw you here too? I asked quietly, avoiding looking at him in the eye. Kane laughed somewhat sourly. Not throw so much as trick, he amended dryly. Just say said.
Please.
What is amended? Just say said. That is, you can't, no. Just stop.
Amend
no
the
more.
sentence.
It's not...
You amend a document.
Yeah, it's not the Declaration of Independence.
The Fourth Amendment. Oh, God.
Jesus. I growled under my breath and shot a filthy look at the door behind me. I turned back, shuffling my feet awkwardly, looking down at my hands, which twisted nervously. Now what? Oh, I see. I wrote Lord, but then I remembered there is no good Lord in this book, and I've scribbled over it and written Toria.
Right.
Toria knows when Cori would free us. I wouldn't put it past her to forget about us. As if she's not at the door, she's like got a glass and
has never forgotten about you.
No, she would never. Yeah, the day she forgets about you is the day she dies.
Literally, she's obsessed with you.
Yeah. I sighed and moved silently to the wall, sliding my back down it until I was seated, my knees against my chest, head bowed down. I heard Kane move towards me, and I held my breath. Mind if I take a seat? He asked quietly. This man.
I know, right?
This man.
He's
just so sweet and so
nice guy.
like he just never assumes. Like
he honestly deserves so much better.
He does. Mind if I take a seat? He asked quietly. I took a deep breath and looked up at him. His face was relatively impassive, his blue eyes bright as he watched me. I smiled wryly and moved over to one side as a gesture for him to sit, rather than trusting myself to speak. Kane sat somewhat stiffly down beside me. I avoided looking at him, instead preferring to glare at the crack beneath the door where I knew Cori would still be.
I thought she was going to forget about you.
Also, I thought they were leaning against the door. They must be against something else.
Must be against the wall, I guess. Which, you know, in this tack room, I feel like there would be stuff.
Yeah, there's not many free walls.
Free walls in the tack room.
Everything's just like piled in the middle. Maybe that's why she couldn't see Kane, because everything's just like piled in the middle and it's just like, yoo-hoo!
It's a rug mountain.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what mine looks like sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah, valid.
Beneath the door where I knew Cori would still be. What are you thinking? Kane asked suddenly. His voice was pitched low, and I guessed it was because he knew just who was behind the door. No one...
What?
Oh, is he? Oh, I think she means like he's trying to like make sure she can't hear.
Cori can't hear, but like as if he knew who was behind the door. You know,
he
who
knows.
was behind the door.
Yeah, it's the same person that tricked him in here and threw you in there.
And he watched her throw you in here.
Yes, presumably.
So, like...
Yeah. I cleared my throat quietly before answering. I'm thinking about how I could best remove Cori's head with the least amount of mess, I replied, bubbling. What?
Bubbling? Weird.
No.
No?
No with. Oh. That's the problem there. Does not make sense. I replied, bubbling, turning to flash him a brief grin before returning scowl at the door. I'm just like missing words left, right, and centre.
Yeah. Also, like the way that is phrased, turning to flash him. Is... I was like, oh.
Kane laughed quietly before falling into another somewhat awkward silence. It stretched for some time before Kane broke it with a deep breath and a longer sigh. I'm sorry, Vari, he said quietly. I clenched my jaw and closed my eyes.
He's apologising. There's nothing wrong.
I know. This conversation was inevitable, thanks to Cori, no matter how hard I tried to avoid it.
You could just say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Would you stop apologising? I snapped through my teeth, angling my body away from him slightly, grinding my teeth nervously. What else can I do? He asked softly. He reached out, taking my shoulder and firmly steering me back to face him. I looked up at him, startled, and he smirked back down at me.
Are they sitting?
Yeah, I think she just like...
That feels like a really awkward movement. Like, if they're sitting with their backs against the wall, and she turns her shoulders away.
Yeah.
Him reaching across, he'd either have to like reach all the way across with this arm, or this arm is going to be like, I just feel like it looks really awkward. The way I'm picturing in my head, it just looks really awkward.
Maybe. You won't even look at me, he pointed out, reluctantly dropping his hand from my shoulder. I breathed again in relief, dropping my gaze from his. Things can't just go back to the way they were, Kane, I half whispered, my voice trembling slightly. Kane sighed, and I watched his hand twisting in his lap. Why not? He asked after a moment, his voice stiff. I bit my lip fiercely, frowning down, all my focus on his hands. Yeah.
His hands.
I bet he has nice hands.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my fetish coming through. Appreciate nice hands, that's all I'm saying.
I was wondering, like, because the way that she reacts every time Kane touches her, I'm wondering if that's a little bit of your ace coming through.
Maybe.
Because, like, she really doesn't feel like she likes to be touched.
No. Well,
at all.
I don't think that's an ace thing, that's just a tism thing, I think, actually, but sure.
Well, no, but it's like kind of like, okay, so, like, obviously she didn't mind, like when she was with Bran, like, they obviously had a sexual relationship.
Yeah.
And it felt like, you know, it was fine, it was normal. They mucked around with each other in the early days, and like that seemed fine. But it feels like you are, like, her reluctance to get into this relationship with Kane is coming out in a, like, touch aversion.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure is intentional.
No.
Right? Because what I want is for her to, like, feel like she wants him to touch her, but she's too afraid to let it happen, right?
Yeah.
Because
she doesn't know what it will turn into.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Right? But it doesn't feel like there's chemistry.
No, it sounds like she's revolted.
It literally sounds like every time he touches her, she's like, oh my god. Gross.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think that that's intentional, but I'm wondering if because you're searching for ways to show that Vari is trying to pull away from him.
Yeah.
It's coming out in this kind of very, I don't want this sexual thing to happen to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, they feel like they have less chemistry now than they did when they first met. Yeah. When they were, like, bantering and bickering and that kind of stuff. Yeah. There was chemistry there.
I don't know if that's an ace thing, though, because, like, it's not quite in that vein. Like, I think it's more of a general intimacy thing. Like, yeah, she had that with Bran, but, like, that was very much, I still think, like, she was obviously fine with the sexual side of things, but I still think and it did, when Bran started shifting and being like, oh, I love you, that's when she started being like, dude, don't touch me anymore. So it's not so much a sexual thing, it's just like a knee-jerk reaction to being like, oh, okay, no, you can't touch me like that. Like, that's not what this is, kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe.
It's almost, she's almost aromantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's acting that way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's like, oh, no feelings, or like, I'm not interested in, like, that kind of relationship. Yeah. Like, she's almost more like that, I think, as opposed to, like, just ace.
I just feel like any sexual chemistry they had has, like, completely vanished.
Yeah.
And it very much feels like she's like, do not touch me.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, you know, if you were wanting to, like, build tension between the characters, like, you'd
have like fleeting, lingering touches, and then like pulling away because, like, oh no, we can't do
like
that.
Like a conscious pulling away. Yeah, it feels like it's an unconscious pulling
away. Yeah, it's like a visceral reaction.
Yeah. Instead of a, like, oh, I really like the feel of his hand on my shoulder, but I shouldn't. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But she's actually feels like, I don't want him to touch me.
Yeah. She's like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of like, it now feels like, it makes it feel uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
Because
it almost feels like, dubious consent, kind of like, exactly. You're like, oh, I don't know about this.
Like, God. And it's not giving me yearning.
No, certainly not. Where was it? Where was we up to?
I think he took his hand off her shoulder and she, like, relaxed. I think, because that's what made me think of like why she was so unbearably wound up by him touching her.
Things can't yet just go back to where we were, I half whispered, my voice trembling slightly. Kane sighed, and I watched his hand twisting in his lap.
Yeah, oh, that's right, we're talking about hands.
Why not? Why not? He asked after a moment, his voice stiff. I bit my lip fiercely, frowning down, all my focus on his hands. Okay, no, we mentioned the hands a few times. We've read this bit as well. Unable to look at his face, too afraid of the emotion I'd find there. Everything has changed. I stopped, taking a deep breath to calm myself. How can I talk to you when I know that the way you look at me isn't just because you're having a thoughtful moment?
What?
I don't know. I tried to explain and failed.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on about.
No. Kane laughed at my attempt, and I glanced up to look at him anxiously. He seemed to be calm, his expression bereft of any pain or anxiety. Can I ask you another question? He asked, a small smirk curving his mouth. You just did, I countered, returning a smirk of my own. You know what I mean. Is it a hard one? I asked, resigned. Yes, he answered straightly. I groaned and scowled at him, raising my brow expectantly. Kane grinned, shifting so that he faced me squarely. I looked up at him in surprise, my expression wary. Why can't you just try? He asked calmly. Why can't you at least try? He asked calmly, his piercing blue eyes trapping mine relentlessly. My brows rose in shock, my jaw dropping.
Why is that so shocking?
Why is that shocking?
Same question Cori asked you like 8,000 times.
What? I choked out. Kane took advantage of my incoherent...
Why are you acting like
that? Kane took advantage of my incoherent state, and he rocked forward, cupping my face gently in his warm hands, forcing me to look up at him. My heart stuttered, and I stopped breathing, my mind abandoning all forms of coherent thought at his close proximity. We were friends, weren't we? Why not more? He breathed excitedly. His eyes flickering over my face, searching my expression for any form of emotion. At the moment, all there was shock. Kane, I don't work that way. She is coming across a little bit.
Which, okay.
2 for 2. And then the next one was Mary. Took me a while.
Rip.
Anyway, at the moment, Kane, I don't work that way, I told him shakily, my entire body rigid, afraid of even breathing. Kane stared down at me, still as stone. I couldn't look away, so I had to watch the emotions that passed over his face. The dimming of hope, renewal of the pain. I frowned, waiting for him to do something. He let me go with a soft sigh, rocking back to sit back against the wall, bending over to rest his forehead on his knees. I watched him with an anxious expression, a small frown drawing my brows together. I'm sorry, Kane, I offered quietly, although I knew this was little consolation for him. I didn't know what else to say or do. He shook his head, unfurling himself to look at me and shrug. It's better this way anyway, he told me.
It really does feel like she just does not feel that way about him at all at the moment. Like, and I don't know if it's because we're failing at successfully conveying the interiority of the character.
Yes.
Which I think is something that I do too much and you probably don't do enough in this book.
Yes, because you tell us everything that goes through Cori's head.
Exactly. And like you, with Vari, tend to be more descriptive about like what is happening in the scene and less... Like, you just don't get Vari's thoughts.
Yeah.
So like, what is she, when she says, I'm sorry, Kane, what does she mean
Why
by
did
that?
she say that?
Why did she say that? Is she sorry that like she's not ready for a relationship? Is she sorry because she just doesn't feel that way about him?
Yeah.
Is she sorry that like she's hurt his feelings? Like we just don't know what.
Yeah.
Because to me that reads like she's saying, I'm sorry I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
But like a bunch of the other stuff that happened in her last chapter made it sound like she does feel that way about him, but she's just not ready to like have a relationship about it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, like I feel like the actual, like what's actually happening is that Vari has some form of like commitment problems.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not really coming across that way.
No, it's coming across she just doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
Or that,
But we know she does.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
we kind of assume she does, I guess.
Well, I mean, her responses, like, some of her thoughts previously have been like, you know, I'm so confused. I never felt like this. I'm scared of this. So obviously she's feeling something about him. Yeah. You know, because like Vari, it's not like it's the first time it's not like she's caught. It's not like she's the first time she's been kissed. No. Right. So if she didn't have any feelings for Kane, and they were just friends, and he kissed her, and she was just like, look, man, I don't feel that way about you. Yeah. I feel like she'd just say that. Yeah. Like, she'd just be like, she wouldn't be all torn up inside about it. She'd just be like, I'm really sorry, like, but I just don't feel that way. Yeah. But, like, there's none of that. No. So it's like, what is going on?
It's just like, we're trying to drag it out, but, like, I don't have a good enough reason to do it.
So you're just not mentioning it. Yeah. You just keep saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's better this way anyway, he told me. I frowned, catching something in his tone. I eyed him suspiciously, turning to watch him. What? What is it? I pressed quietly. He looked mildly surprised, whether because I picked up at his tone or because I cared. I wasn't sure.
Well, I would be surprised that you cared at this point, too.
Yes. I'm leaving. I blinked at him in surprise, stalling until my brain caught up with me. Oh, I finally said, my voice cracking slightly. Kane arched his brow at me. Oh? He repeated quietly. I frowned, turning away as I coughed to clear my throat. I couldn't understand what the sudden race of my heart or the quickening of my breath meant.
See, now you just sound stupid.
Yeah. Like you know what you're feeling. You're feeling it.
You're feeling it. And like, I couldn't understand the... Come on, girl.
You do.
Like, you've lived in the world.
You're not that dumb.
You're not that dumb. You know why you're
like, if you're feeling something, you generally feel it. You might not know why you feel it. Yeah. But you know what it is.
Yeah. And so if you're feeling upset right now, then you know that you're feeling upset.
Yes.
And then maybe you go, why do I feel upset?
Yes.
Maybe it's because I care about Kane.
Oh.
It's painful.
Mm-hmm. When? I asked quietly, still not able to look at him. Tomorrow, early, before dawn, he told me softly. I nodded stiffly. So soon, so sudden. Yes, it is for the better then, I agreed suddenly, pushing myself up to stand, tugging at my tunic awkwardly. I heard Kane sigh and stand up after me. So, how do we get out? He asked lightheartedly. I laughed quietly, shaking my head. I will never understand her. I'm too scared to try. I might never come back if I make it into her mind, I told him with a grin as I made my way cautiously over to the door. Of course, I knew precisely what would encourage her to open the door, and I really did not want to send Kane mixed messages. Oh, I think if they profess their love for one another, she'd open the door. Cori, let us out! I shouted. I shouted, thudding heavily on the door. I heard Kane laugh beside me, and I turned to him, gesturing to the door with a sharp nod of my head. She won't open it if she thinks I've murdered you, I pointed out, flashing him a somewhat evil grin. Are you friends again? Cori called through the door. I rolled my eyes as I turned back to the door. Yes, Cori, we're friends, Kane called back after, frowning and moving around to look at me. Aren't we? He asked nervously.
Where's he moving?
He's moving around the giant pile in the middle of the room.
He's just rotating. He's just spinning.
Dodging the massive pile of rugs. Aren't we? He asked nervously. I offered him a small smile and nodded, shrugging softly. Again with the shrugging softly.
Softly shrug. It's not just a preponderance of LY words, but it's LY words where you just didn't need one.
No.
Or
it doesn't make sense.
It's not even the right one.
Yes, Vari? Cori prompted. I groaned, hopefully loud enough for Cori to hear. Yes, we're friends. Now let us out. I shouted, kicking the door to emphasize my point, wincing slightly as the pain shot through my leg. Fine, she called. There was a soft click and the door opened. I made to lunge at her, but Kane was faster and took a firm hold of my wrists, pinning them behind my back.
Both of them?
Yeah, I guess.
She reach over her,
Yeah. Well, when you're grabbing someone, you start at the upper arms and then you pull them behind and then you have the wrists.
Yeah, but is he behind her and has if she's lunging for Cori, is he standing behind her and grab?
Yeah.
her shoulders?
Yeah.
Because that's not what you said. You said grab your wrist.
Well, yeah, but like eventually. I know we have a propensity to over-explain things, but if it was like he grabbed her shoulders and then slid his arms down and over her elbows and then grabbed her wrists, like, you know what I mean. Ugh. What are you doing? I screeched, writhing in his grip, still glaring at Cori, who stood petrified in the doorway. I'm holding you back, Kane informed me pointedly. I turned in his grip to glare up at him. And why would you do that? I snapped, jerking on my hands, all attempts of escape futile. Cori continued to stare at us, her terrified expression drifting into a blank look. She having a seizure?
What did she hear something?
I don't know. Like, what is... Speak! What's happening, Timmy?
Tell us what's going on.
Who fell down the well? I turned in his grip to glare up at him. Why would you do that? Expression, terrified, drifting into a blank look. Because if you attack her now, it's my duty to stop you. However, if you wait until my back is turned, he drifted off. I can stab you both, I finished for him. Kane rolled his eyes and pulled his nose back a few steps.
His nose?
Wait a second.
He pulled his nose back a few steps, did he?
Kane rolled his eyes and pulled...
His nose.
Definitely?
His nose got to do
I
with
feel like it definitely says nose. Pulled... Oh no, me? I think it's me.
Me and nose do not look like the same word.
Doing my handwriting. I think it's me.
I mean, it makes more sense than nose.
I finished for him. Kane rolled his eyes and pulled me back a few steps before pushing past me, patting Cori briefly on the head and disappearing out the stables. I slowly turned my murderous gaze back to Cori, my hands twitching. Cori gulped before turning and sprinting away. Cori! I shouted, running after her at top speed. What is this? This is like slapstick comedy now.
What the fuck is going on? Also, what
End of the chapter, too, by the way. It was a short one.
What did Cori's face go blank for?
Was it because they've sort of like returned to normal there?
To the bantery.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
So why is she so shook?
I don't know.
Because she was like, are you friends again? And they were like, yes. And then they came out and were being friends. And she's like, oh my god. Like, they just said that.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Weird.
Yeah. But yes, it is being very silly.
Yeah. Like sitcom-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of chasing people around in the past few chapters as well.
Yeah. Weird. I don't get it.
Strange choice. Yeah, that didn't progress anything really at all.
We're at the same place as the last time Kane is leaving.
Yep, Kane is leaving.
That's it.
They had another conversation which resolved nothing.
Yep.
At least they're being kind of bantery again, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe it'll,
I mean, I'm assuming that, like, because Kane is away, Vari will realise how much she misses him
100%.
and
Yeah. And then he'll come back and she'll be like, oh my god, I missed you.
Yeah. But in the meantime, that achieved nothing.
At all.
At all. Nothing happened.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
A waste of our time and yours. Sorry about that.
It's just so, like, it's so annoying because it's like we're obviously trying so hard to, like, drag out the romance.
Yeah, but why?
Well, my question is, like, you have a plot.
Yeah,
So
use that.
The plot as padding.
Yes.
Have something else, because the reason it's so hard to drag the romance out is because it's
all we're talking
happening.
about. I know.
Which means you just get this repetitive over and over retreading of the same ground because, like, nothing is happening except the romance.
Yeah.
But we're determined not to let the romance happen. So we're just repeating the same thing over and over again. It's just so annoying.
So annoying.
It's like, you have a plot. Use it. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
You know, like, if every one of these chapters had something to do with the war, or even if we did something or thought about or interacted in any way with the plot that we do have, which, you know, again, another chapter goes by without mentioning the infiltration of the keep at all, Cori's mother at all. The fact that they overheard information that implicated the king in the infiltration, nobody has done anything about that. No. Like, maybe you guys should have told Cain that.
Yeah.
So that he knew that information before he went to fight battles. Like, I just...
Yeah.
Like, I just can't... I mean, I can believe that we just dropped that, but it's annoying.
We just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and it's like, why would you... I mean, because we don't plan anything.
Yeah.
But I want to say, like, why would you introduce a plot if you didn't know
what to do with
it? Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. We're just pantsing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the plot was clearly only there to trigger Cain about his wife.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and to give Cain a reason to be there in the first place as well.
Yes.
Like the war.
Yeah, oh yeah, the war is just then. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we felt like we had to have some sort of a plot.
Yeah.
And that's what the war was for. Yeah. Because I mean, Cain could have been a knight in the Citadel. Yeah. Like, there's no reason you have to come from another place.
Yeah, true.
So, like, if we just wanted to do away with the plot entirely, like, we didn't need to bother with it, but
here we are.
Nearly 500 pages in.
Very close to 500.
Yeah.
493, I think, we're up to. Out of 600?
God, we're getting to the pointy end now.
We are, yeah. Well, there's only a little bit left in this book.
Still nothing has happened.
I don't think there's much in the last book, as you can tell, because it's like in quite good condition.
Yeah, so it hasn't got a special cover either. It's still got its original.
668.
Okay, we've got a bit left.
Shame.
Yeah. I mean, surely something will happen eventually.
One would think.
One would think, but then I feel like I've kept saying that throughout this whole book.
Exactly. Nothing has happened.
And once again, like, I don't know what's going to happen in Cori's chapter. Like, sometimes it's kind of predictable.
Well, the first bit she'll be running away from Vari.
Yeah.
Then they'll have a discussion about what has just happened. And then, I don't know.
Possibly. Or possibly we just skip ahead. Because, like, you know, what would happen? You know, if Vari chases her down and then she captures her, she's not going to beat her up.
No.
Actually.
No.
So, like, then you just kind of have that awkward thing where someone's chasing you and then they catch you and they don't really know what to do with
it. Yeah. Yes. Like
so,
when a dog catches a chicken and then it's like, oh
okay.
Oh no, what do we do with it now?
So I feel like maybe we're just going to skip ahead, but I have literally no idea. I mean, I guess Cain leaving, maybe?
Oh, yeah. But you'd think we'd do that through Vari's point of view. That makes sense from Vari's point of view.
Well, I feel like you don't want to write the romance between Cain and Vari, so...
Maybe.
Any more than I want to write action.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very.
Okay. Sweet.
Alrighty, well, yeah, let's move on.
DVD. Okie dokie. So now we are on to part of the podcast called What We Read, where we talk about books that we've been reading.
Yeah. I think you did.
Okay.
Did it? No, I think I did. Okay. I don't think it really matters. But hey, what are you reading?
We usually alternate.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so my book this week, so you mentioned a couple of episodes ago, contemporary romance that you were softly bullied into reading by one of our friends.
Yes. Love you, Lexi.
Love you, Lexi.
You'll never see this episode.
You'll never get to this episode.
You'll never catch up.
But
if you do, kudos.
Hi. So this is my contemporary romance that I was softly bullied.
This is your obligation.
This is my Lexi obligation.
Yep.
So my book is Only in Your Dreams by Ellie K. Wilde. And it is a second chance sports romance.
I'm just not a fan of second chance.
I hate second chance.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know...
You break up once.
Yeah, either you broke up once and you had a good reason to break up, in which case, like, just leave it alone. Yeah. Or the reason that you broke up in the first place was dumb and contrived.
Yeah.
In which case, like, it just shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one was a stupid misunderstanding. Second chance. They were like teenagers. She confessed her love to him. He was like, oh, I have to go do something, and left, and was going to do some romantic thing, and then never came back. I can't exactly remember why. He had some reason for it. Anyway, so it's about Melody, who is like big city gal, just been dumped by her boyfriend, comes back to her hometown to like reevaluate.
Yeah. She's got a cupcake business. So.
Yeah.
I
can't remember what she actually does, but she's got some kind of like
editor of a main magazine or something. Like
she's got some kind of corporate job.
Makes dresses or some shit. I don't know. Yep.
And then Zach, who is a football coach, is the guy, and he is best friends with her twin brother, Parker.
At least Zach is a decent name. I don't know why, but there's so many contemporary romances that just have batshit names, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, why?
Just make it a normal name.
Make it a normal name.
If you want weird names, write fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
And even then, calm down.
Yeah. Less vowels, please.
Yes. And less, like, syllables.
Yeah.
If it's got more than 3 syllables. And it's like, if it's got more than 2 syllables, too many.
Yeah.
2 syllables max.
So, look, it was fine. Like, if you like contemporary romance, I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah.
It follows all of... And this is the thing, like, it's so predictable.
Yeah, it really follows the textbook.
Like,
yep.
They have a sexual encounter where they have nearly sex but not penetrative sex, and then they go, oh god, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And then they bounce off each other, and then they spend the rest of the book getting back together, and then they get to bed together, and they have really steamy sex, and then live happily ever after, blah, blah, blah.
Well, don't forget about the third act breakup.
Oh no, there's no third act
Oh,
breakup.
it goes against the formula then.
Yes, but in a bad way.
Oh.
So she's got this. So she's just been broken up with by her big city boyfriend, who is, as it turns out, was kind of like abusive ex kind of thing. She didn't realize, and then she realizes.
Oh, like emotionally
abusive. Yeah. And then the like third act drama is that he like shows back up, but like nothing really comes of it. Nothing happens. It doesn't break up their relationship. It has no real lasting impacts. Zach just kind of tells him to fuck off, and then he does, and like that's it. That's like and I'm like,
it's a bit like in the last 50 Shades book. Is it the last one or the middle one? Which one is it? What am I thinking of? It's in one of them, and like the main character, Christian, or whatever his name is, goes missing in in a crash. And then, like, in the beginning of the next chapter, it's like, oh, he walked through the door. And we're like, what was the point of this? Like, you could have had a whole bunch of drama around Christian being missing. Yeah. Is his name Christian?
Christian,
Christian being missing. Yeah.
But you just didn't.
But you didn't.
Skip right over it.
It was like, oh my god, he was missing, and then there was like, oh, we looked for him.
For like a page.
Oh, they weren't even looking for him. They were just sitting.
They're watching it on the news.
Yeah, watching it on the news. Being like, oh my god, we don't know where he is. And then he just walks in the door.
I know.
We're like, oh, okay. So like, you had the chance to do something with this, and you just fumbled it.
And that was really the problem I had with this book. And I do feel like this is worse than, not a worse book, but like worse for that than many of the other contemporary romances. There was no tension. Yeah. Like, nothing, there was no real problems. There was no reason for them, nothing for them to overcome. Like, the characters didn't really, all that was happening was Melody kind of getting over what her ex had done to her. Yeah. And like, even that was pretty mild. And like, Zach is too fucking perfect. Yeah. Like, this man is like, spotless. Yeah. He's like...
Which is just kind of boring.
It's just boring. Like he has no flaws.
We like a green flag, but...
But like, have a personality.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's donates to charity, and like, there's a kid on his football team who has a bad home life, and so he lets him stay with him and gets him a scholarship, and he's just too perfect. Yeah. You know, and I just wanted a bit more conflict. Yeah. There was no conflict in this book. Yeah. And this was the first contemporary romance I had read probably ever. Okay. At least of the spicy variety. And I was like, is it just because I'm used to reading fantasy that it feels like this book has no plot? Or is it actually this book has no plot? And I read a few more and I'm like, no, this book has no plot. It has no plot.
Fair.
There's nothing, there's no flaws, nobody does anything wrong ever.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, okay.
It's just like Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, it's like, I guess that
this is another episode. Yeah.
So, look, if you are after a really like fluffy, low conflict, Hallmark style, big city girl goes home, meets her, high school sweetheart, and everything is really nice and perfect and nobody ever gets upset or sad about anything ever kind of book, then you'll probably like it. It's like well written, well edited.
And she won't judge you if you do like it.
I mean, no, it's fine. Like, I understand that that's why people read this kind of book, right? Like, I get that there is a comfort in the familiarity, the trofiness, the formula. It's just not for me. Also, it does have a couple of odd turns of phrases that come up a lot that I was just like, I don't understand what is happening here. Particularly, her characters are always doing weird things with their lips. Like they're sucking them or rubbing them together. Rubbing their lips together is something that happens a lot. And I'm like what? What is that? And it goes across, I read one of her other books and they do it in that too. So it's obviously a her thing.
Weird.
Like an author thing and not like a character choice.
Do you think the editors would pick that up?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be visualizing whether it's like a in rub or a side to side rub or...
It's just a weird thing to do.
Yeah. Like, I just don't understand. So anyway, I found that kind of annoying. Anyway, I think I rated like 2.5. It got 3 on Goodreads because I was like, it's not really a 2. 2 is not fair. 3 is generous, but fucking give us half stars, Goodreads.
Yes. Instead of a fucking do not finish off.
Yeah, I don't.
Which we all made ourselves anyway.
Yes, exactly. Everybody's just doing that. Yeah. So give us fucking half stars. Anyway, that's me. What about you?
Cool.
What are you reading?
Yeah. So I read The Last Smile in Sunder City by Luke Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
And it was not what I expected at all, but I did end up really enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be honest, I picked this up because the covers reminded me of the Ben Aronovich book.
Yes.
That's like, I was like, ooh! And I was like, surely they did that on purpose. Kind of thing. Like they're so obviously similar that I was like, they picked up on the same beats and were like, if you like this, you're gonna like this kind of thing. So that's the main reason why I picked it up. And it is similar in that it is like a sort of supernatural detective kind of thing. Yeah. So basically, it's an urban fantasy. It's not like Earth though. It's like it's like a fantasy world, but it is urban.
Yeah.
And so the basic premise is that, there used to be magic in the world, but then something happened and the magic was cut off. And so basically as a result of that, all of the magical sort of races really began to suffer. Because without the magic, basically they, were fucked.
Yeah.
So basically, they've got, like if there were any winged creatures, their wings all started to atrophy or fall off. So they were no longer able to fly.
Yeah.
It's also a little bit dystopian because like they relied so much on magic to evolve as a society that when you took that away, like it rocked them back to like the Dark Ages. And so all of a sudden they're having to figure out how to do all these things that they used to be able to do.
With magic.
Yeah, but without magic. And then there's another, so like with vampires, there were vampires in this world, but once the magic were gone, they were no longer able to sustain themselves with blood. But they also couldn't eat normal food. So basically they just kind of starved.
Oh god, that's
slowly.
Horrible.
Yeah. Exactly. So so it's like, and that's the thing, that's where it differs. So like it's similar in that like the main character, Fetch Phillips, he is like a detective and he solves like supernatural crimes. So that is similar to like the Ben Aronovich books, but that's kind of where the similarities end, because this is very, very different tonally. It actually is more like film noir, like really dark, hard-boiled hard-boiled detective. Like Fitch Phillips is that. He's like that quintessential hard-boiled.
Walked into my office.
Literally, and he's just like a hot mess. And so like all through this, and also like I don't think it's a spoiler because I think he sort of says it straight up, like he is the reason the magic died.
Oh shit.
He fucked it up.
Okay.
And so he is like, yeah, he's a hot mess. He's a full-on alcoholic. He's really seedy. He's a human as well. So like all of the magical creatures kind of hate him because he is a human and he fucked the magic. And so it's his fault that all of this is happening.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this book, it is a series. This book sort of follows his investigation into a vampire that has gone missing, essentially. And so everyone sort of distrusts him, but also he refuses to work for the humans because, like, even though it was his fault that the magic died, it was because there was this eternal war between humans and the magic people, and like he ended up kind of helping the humans and he fucked it up. Yeah. And so he just kind of despises all humans as everyone else does, but he's one of them. So it's and Fetch is just one of those. It's like he's just such a. Like, you're rooting for him, but at the same time, you know he's going to balls it up spectacularly, and you know you're going to end up disappointed, but you're still, like, so invested in him that you want him to make the right choices, and he just... it was really cool, and I look forward to reading more of it, but yeah, it was definitely not what I was expecting. It was very much, like, where... the Aronovich books are all light and funny and, you know, humor. This is all very dark and gritty and like really, different vibes, but very, very interesting. So awesome. I quite liked it. Yeah.
Great. Definitely on my TBR.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's fun.
Yeah, awesome.
It's not fun.
Good book.
It's a good book.
It's a good book.
Yeah. And the world building to start with was a little bit clunky, but I think it's just because he had so much groundwork. Like he did have a lot of world building to put in, and it was a little bit hard to do that in a good way. But once he sort of got that out of the way, it all started to flow much better.
Once you've got it established.
So I highly recommend it.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's us.
Very good.
Cool. So that's us this week. So you can reach out to us in a few different ways. You can see us live.
Live in person.
Yeah, we're not doing a live show.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. If you make us big and famous enough, maybe one day.
You keep telling your friends and reviewing and rating and subscribing, all the things we always tell you to do. Maybe you'll get a live show.
We'll get there. But yeah, we're doing as many like live events as we can, essentially. So we're doing book fair. I'll edit this out if we're not doing book fair. But we're doing book fair in Sydney in November, so come to that because that is always so fun. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's fun as a reader, it's fun as a writer, so in some way get involved.
The vibes are amazing.
Oh, it was just like, especially in the Melbourne one, like because I think we were so much more in the community with that one, like it was just so fun just to meet people and talk to them and like exchange. Like it was just...
But even like when we went to the Sydney one the first year, just as visitors.
Yeah, the
like,
vibes.
It was just so nice.
It's just,
everybody wants to talk to you about their books, and that's just so
or what they're reading, or like it's just fun. And like, and I think the thing is, like the reason why I think these are sort of becoming more and more popular is like reading is a little bit of a solitary activity. Yeah. And this really like brings it all together and lets you sort of, you know, mingle with other readers, and it's just so much fun. So yeah, if you can, book fair, look out for them, go, because the tickets sold out really fast for the Melbourne one. So
getting quick.
Yeah, I don't know when they're releasing the tickets, but follow them on like social medias. We'll let you know as well. So follow us on our socials. And yeah, as soon as they're open, go and buy them because they do tend to sell out. And then the other thing that we are doing, so that's in November. The other one that we're also really excited about is the Beyond This World Ball held by Inkwell Events, which is being held in the Hunter Valley at the Ridges Resort on October the 18th. October the 18th. I think it's a Sunday. Yeah. So this is really cool. It's one of those fantasy balls where you get to dress up as a fairy princess and find your Reese or your Cassian or your Xanders, or no, not Xanders. Xavier. Zayden. Fucking something starts with X.
Generic Shadow Daddy.
Insert Shadow Daddy here.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be so much fun. They're also doing a book fair like before the actual ball kicks off as well, which is where we come in. And so they're doing like author events and author talks and stuff. We'll be there peddling Revelation. And you can have a chat to us. They're doing like there's a photo booth, red carpet. They're gonna have like, I think there's like a grand staircase thing. So like if you want a photo of you with your ball gown over a grand staircase, which is like the thing, you can do that there. And yeah, they're just gonna have a bunch of stuff on. And like, you know, not free food and drink, but your food and drink is included.
Yeah.
So it just sounds like it's going to be so much fun. So look out for that. Again, go to our website for details about tickets and stuff. I'm pretty sure the tickets are on sale now. So hurry up, because spaces will be limited, because there's only so much space they can do for a ball like this. So check it out. I was just looking at that. So it starts at 5. The ball kind of kicks off about 5:30, but it's like the book fair will sort of be going, and then we'll go on into the night, obviously. So you can reach out to us on our social medias. We've got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube, and we are at What We Wrote Podcast, all of them, and you can email us at whatwewrotepod@gmail.com. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, absolutely.
Come and chat to us.
Yep. And rate, review, and subscribe. Share our content. Like our content. We are stuck in algorithm jail.
Yes.
So if you can help us out, that
TikTok
would be amazing.
That would be awesome. Share our shit.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.